All right, so I just received in the mail a envelope from Matt Bradshaw, and I opened it up. I opened it up off camera because it was really hard to do, and there was a bunch of stuff in it. Matt, first thing, this is cool. So Matt did a little comic book, and I ordered the comic book from him, and he said, because I used to work with him at a radio station a million billion years ago, that I receive extra bonus gifts. So I got a whole bunch of, this thing is jam-packed full of stuff. So here is a gerbil with a jetpack button that I will put on my parka this winter. Gerbil with a jetpack is the name of his company, I guess. Here's a gerbil with a jetpack bookmark for quitters, people who stop reading. There's a whole bunch of postcards. I guess they're postcards or I'll have a place to hang these up on my rugby porch. Business card from Matt. What's it say? Cartoonist, illustrator, designer. He's got a portfolio online. Here's a gerbil with a jetpack sticker. Guess it goes like that. Yep. Another one. Matt's kind of famous for being a big sports fan. So here's a guy with hockey skates and a basketball uniform dunking a soccer ball. Play the game, score the points. Here's that crazy monster, Cthulhu. I don't know how to say it. A couple of cartoons. This is Matt, I should say, is a horror aficionado. One of the things that he and I did when we worked at radio together, we kind of had this kind of funny game idea that we would have a punk rock band, and it was going to be called the Brain Bats of Venus. And there's a brain bat. The brain bat that he drew way back then was a little more crude than this, and it was based on the drawings of a famous cartoonist, comic book artist from the 1950s, whose name I can't recall. But he did Brain Bats of Venus, which was a kind of a hokey horror comic. And it's just a cute little drawing of a freezer monster. We've all been there before. What's this? This is the bill. I paid for part of this. I got much more than I paid for. This is really cool. By George, He's Clever. The Wit and Wisdom of George Bradshaw, who is Matt's dad, who lived in Chateauguay. There he's wearing a Chateauguay Lake sweatshirt. And this is a comic strip illustrated book filled with wit and wisdom from his dad. And I think we've all got some things like that. And it's just filled with all sorts of corny dad jokes that dads would say. Whenever he brought a homemade pie to a family get-together, it always had a slice missing. Well, I had to see if it was good, he says. So that's cool. I will cherish that. And now, I guess these are the main events. 2 Gerbil with a Pet Jetpack comic books. This one is called This Planet Has Issues, Bert. And Life on a UFO. I guess it's not a UFO to them, is it? And this looks to be like a pretty good comic with a lot of... There's Matt working on it. And this is high quality stuff. This is a good cover. And it was packed in these cardboard things to keep them good. And this was actually the comic that I ordered, which was Cult Movie Comics, a B-movie horror memoir by Matt Bradshaw. And there he is on the front row, sitting next to, I think that's I can't remember, but we were fans of Joe Bob Briggs. And that looks like a monster from one of Joe Bob Briggs's movies that he championed. So that's my unboxing video of the stuff that Matt Bradshaw sent me from his company. Gerbil with a jetpack. That's upside down. Gerbil with a jetpack. Bookmark. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. As if you had to tune in with a radio dial. You didn't have to tune in. You just